Alrighty then. You guys cozy? Welcome back, welcome back. Hopefully you've gotten settled in, had a chance to, you know, figure out what you need to do there. I'm feeling this today. Yes, sir. There you are. Okie dokie, artichoke. So, since it's been a minute since we done this, let's do a quick recap, shall we? So, basically, Stella is eating lunch slash, you know, breakfast, lunchish, lunchish with Lucky, with me, right? We're hanging out, and some lunch, and we're talking about dreams and aspirations, and Stella's pretty intense about hers. That's what it comes down to. She feels very strongly that you should value your dreams, that they're not silly, they're not, you know, stupid, anything like that. And then Lucky admits and exposes that her like goals right now, her short-term, long-term, mid-term goals are that A, she wants to pay back Jamie for all the kindness he's shown, and then B, she wants to get her magic back. She's been having confidence issues because she just cannot access her magic to the scale that she's used to. Like, she can still shapeshift, right? Still has the ability to shapeshift. Still has the ability to, you know, do some basic stuff as far as, like, you know, work the technology, whether it be like opening doors or using toilets, using the phone, the payment methods, all those different things with the magic. But she can't, like, you know, evoke or cast spells per se. She can kind of just do like the day-to-day life stuff. So that's kind of where they're at. Okay. Just making sure the sound levels are where they're supposed to be, and they're unchanged, so that's good. Why does the screen keep going dark? Stop that. So, don't you ever feel like your dreams are silly or lesser than someone else's? Stella spun her drink with a spoon out of the windows. Without dreams, we have nothing. Your dreams, my uncle's dreams, Jamie's dreams. They are all important, should be cared for properly. Right, now I want to pay Jamie. Right, now I want to pay Jamie back. I want to pay Jamie back for all of the kindness he's shown me, and Lucky twirled her thumbs, and I really want to get my magic back. What do you mean, get your magic? Get your magic back. That's not right. I think I was right the first time. Whatever, it's fun. Okay. Lucky's side. Kind of a long story. Basically, yeah, I only have a fraction of my power. That'd be funny, but no power. You've gone to the doctor? hospital here is really good, and they have experience with cases of So I used the burning in previous like other stories in the connected universe, where the burning is essentially when somebody overuses their gate and they essentially strain it like a muscle, right? Get to the point where you've overworked it and your magic doesn't quite magic like it's supposed to, and the burning is, it can make you feel sick. It essentially, you know, you feel physical pain. People react to it differently, and it's also dependent on the extent of how much you overextended yourself. So like some people, they could just feel like they have a fever or actually get a fever. Some people will literally like the mana will eat away at their body, so like it could consume a whole ass arm to compensate. Just stuff like that. It just really depends on a case by case basis. But the thing is, like, this isn't really the burning, right? But also in this world, I don't know if I want to call it the burning because I've used it so much, and I don't know if that's really cheating. But what I do want is I want people who kind of like hear about Lucky's, we'll call it affliction, right? I want them to look at it and be like, yeah, like that's whatever this thing is, right? It's the burning, it's mono sickness, it's whatever. I want them to immediately think of that, because being unable to access the full extent of your power is a symptom of the burning as well. So that'd be like the common way of looking at what it is. We'll just stick with the burning for now, and if I decide to change it up, I will. Still acquired. No, that's not it. Monkeys, gaze, good. Jimmy thought might be the case. Jamie had thought that might be the case, but it wasn't. That's strange. Stella, just a smile. You ever want to talk more about it? I'll be here. Thank you. Stella? Let's quickly change the topic and engaged in energetic conversations about Father Frank's was the joke we did on Papa John's. Okay. Couldn't remember. I knew it was something like that. Father Frank's. We gotta change the sentence later. I don't like the structure of it. Where the fuck are they? Baldy and Genevieve. Baldies. Rifle. Wyvern. Delilah. Time. Skipped the pair. Or they. Whoops. Knew it. I should probably put the. Follow along with XD. There you go. Yippee, that's crazy. Before they knew it. Lucky's alarm went off. Signaling her up to return to work. After changing goodbyes, he rushed back down to the first floor of Fool's Carol to resume her duties. Yeah. I said duties. Where did I put? Gotta zoom out, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go here. Nope. And then we go here. You piece of crap. This one goes here. This one. This one. You fucking suck. Why are you being such a hoe about this? Thank you. Goodness me. Why I never. These old games tend to block screen a lot, huh? You would never believe it. But I do, stupid. It's okay. I get it. I'm just trying to see really quick if there's anybody I need to lurk in. Huh, nobody's going live today, huh? It's a Sunday. I get it. Monday for some people who live in the future. Okay. Oh, there's something in my fucking eye. It's okay. So I have... I don't really know where I left off. The word count doesn't really... I decided the word count doesn't matter because I'm not really going to be sending this to a publisher, and I'm not really trying to meet a quota for some online place, so I can kind of just do whatever, but it's still good to like keep in mind as I go through. 2,900 for this chapter so far. Oh, realistically, what I could do is I could have her do more work and interact with more customers, but I introduced the customer I wanted to for this chapter, and I did the thing with Stella. What I really need to have happen is one of a handful of things. This is like the chunk of things I want to do within the next couple of chapters. So the first thing I want to do, since they have a couple of days, this is day 1. They got 2 more days, I believe. before they have to meet up with Ganyu. And by they, I mean Jamie and Lucky. The first thing I want to do is I want to show Holly and her party in the hospital, you know, recovering, essentially. The second thing I want to do is I want to have Jamie go on a quest solo again, because he mostly quests solo. So have him go on a solo quest, you know, do his thing, handle that, if you will. And then, so those are like the two things that aren't Lucky, right? We need to make sure we end every chapter with Jamie and Lucky catching Onko streams, which we now know is Stella, right? It was pretty obvious, but we know it's Stella. So catching that stream, and then, but basically event-wise between here and the actual, like the celebration event with Ganyu, I want Jamie to go on a mission solo, as he does. I want to touch on Holly's party, Decima. I want to go to, I want to actually properly introduce Beatrix. Have her have a moment, essentially. And then I want to touch on, her fucking name is escaping me for some reason. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this. Claude. Cleo. Do something with Cleo. And I also want to, like, have them talk to Baldy and, Baldy. Trying to Calamity. Yeah, we gotta revisit the Shrine of Calamity, and we gotta talk to Baldy at some point. So those are like the big things we want to do. We got time though. We got 2 whole fucking days after this day here. This is still 1 whole day, so we got nothing but time. What I could do is I could have next chapter. I could have Jamie and Lucky head to town, talk to the Shrine of Calamity again, and talk to Baldy before getting on Delilah to ride into town, City of Aegis. And then before Jamie goes on his mission, he could yap with Holly, right? Holly and Holly's party. Or I could just like have Holly's party, you know. Actually, that's what I should do. I should do, so the 3rd day when they go to do their event, I should have Holly's party get out. I should do a chapter with Holly's party at that point. And then, so basically, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. So when I get to the 3rd day, I have Jamie and Lucky go through their days in 1 chapter, right? And then end the chapter as they're going to the MITE event, right? Okay, so let's do this timeline. Let's do this timeline really quick. So, current chapter, call it A, chapter B, chapter C, chapter D, right? So, current chapter, finish Lucky's day of work. Jamie picks her up, head home, watch stream, right? So this is day 1 before, how do I do that? Before celebration event with Ganyu. Right, so we got, the fuck did I just do? Yeah. You were working while listening, but you just realized when your task was deprioritized, so now you're free again? It was deprioritized, it didn't disappear. You silly goose. Goose egg. Yes, I finished the Lucky's day of work. Jamie picks her up, they head home. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Be day 2 before celebration event with Ganyu. Jamie and Lucky visit Shrine of Calamity and Baldy. Guess I should probably capitalize stuff that needs to be capitalized. It vanished as tonight's problem. Isn't that nice? I'm looking at my week ahead of me and all I feel is anxiety. I feel nothing other than anxiety. I'm very good at like breaking down tasks into like manageable pieces and like prioritizing this will happen at this time, this will happen at this time, this comes at this point. But I'm looking at my week and I'm like, when am I gonna relax, bro? I'm in fucking shambles. It's okay though. It's just part of life. So, but yeah, I'm like, I had problems disappear from my schedule, and now there's just more essentially. So I'm glad at least one of us is taking a fat W. Celebration event with Ganyu. Jamie and Lucky visit Shrine of Calamity and Baldy on the way to Aegis. Jamie takes on a high-level quest in the forest. Mimics. Beatrix bullies her way into his party. Against his will. Vladimir orders. Okay, so Vladimir essentially overrules Jamie as far as that goes. Okay. Mimic. Dispatching mix. Jamie finds relic he thinks would be useful for a certain adventure. Jamie dies when separated from. Helps if I could spell. The fuck? What am I doing wrong? Is separated not a word? Am I stupid? I just spelled it wrong. Am I actually? I'm not. Fuck, I'm dumb as hell. My bad. My apologies. I continue to be dumber every day of my life. I'd love to see it. Separated from. Can't see my screen, but separated. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. I'm just dumb as hell. Can you believe I used to be an ace speller back in the day? I used to be that kid people would come to. How do you spell? And we're like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry. And now I'm like, bro, phone, autocorrect, save me. It's genuinely embarrassing, but whatever, it's fine. Day of celebration of Ganyu. What the fuck? Are you guys okay? Anti-establishment and terrorism? I don't. That's the neat part. What's fucked up? I used to be able to spell that at like rap speed. I was a little whiz back then. Actually, anti-establishment and terrorism actually won me a like bonus 10 points on one of my tests, which is really fucking funny. Because not only did I spell it right, but I defined it right. And they were like, it was like 4th grade. They were like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? There was another one too. Terrorism. That's funny. Terrorism. Alright. Alright, Alright, Willis, calm down. Just because you got a lot, Mom. It's because you got a Lopmon and you got a Terriermon. Leave me alone. I know I don't pronounce shit right. Leave me alone. Do my best. I can put you on my TV since you're on YouTube. I know, right? I still fucking hate Restream though. Piece of shit. Piece of shit software. I am in fact on YouTube. Biggest mistake I ever. Look at me. Biggest mistake I ever made. Man. I'm just kidding. I love me some. I love me YouTube, man. Bunch of silly goobers on the YouTubes. A day of celebration event with Gagne. So this is gonna start with. This is Will. Jokes. After completion, they report to Vladimir. With Lucky. EOD watch stream. Need to bring back Mega Man Legends? They won't. Cowards. Cowards. Lucky. Take on a quest. Lower the quest together in an effort to help her gain some confidence. Lines up using magic. Fully completing quest. A wrap up and head to nightly celebration. Nightly celebration. Holly's party. Someone's out of the hospital. Holly suggests we all take a break for a few days. But Tyga and Naps. Tyga and Naps. Push to take a quest that day. I see how the purple nightmare soldiers field card gives all the mon scapegoat. I did see that actually. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I closed out of the app. It's like, oh yeah, that's nice. It's like, alright, whatever. Bro. I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of upset with, I don't know, I shouldn't say I'm upset with the Digimon TCG. I'm just like, chilling. Yeah, you're not big on the humanoid mons. You prefer them to actually be monster-like. Not gonna work out well for you. Decima, take on quest. Slay a Nessie has been hunting ships in very good ships in the area with Holly's new rank. They're able to take it on. Tiger's new artifact but a great deal. Ultimately, party is caught off guard when it's revealed that a school of Nessie are responsible for the attacks. This upgrades the quest to full rank. We call for reinforcements and their surprise on you. Their surprise, a non-killed member Ganyu responds before Cleo. Hello. I'm gonna play more in DCGO, but the Dynamon stuff isn't out yet, and I'm probably bored of Raidamon. I could play the same two decks pretty much all day. I'm a little bit of a psychopath when it comes to like TCGs and fighting games. I could just play the same matchup over and over. I agree though that it is nice that it auto updates. It's a very nice feeling. And for Cleo, who do I want to show up with Cleo? Beatrix shouldn't be busy for this one, right? Because we got day 2, Jamie and Beatrix are out there. And then it's the day before. Jamie's doing something else at that point, so it'd be Cleo and Beatrix is fine. Give Beatrix a bit more screen time. Or Cleo and Beatrix. And you used to be little in the completion of the quest. Holly struggles with feelings of competence as two of her most recent quests have ended with someone stronger swooping in to wrap things up. Not challenges. I go to a duel, calling upon Krma to officiate. Okay. So that was what, D? Chapter D? Jamie, Lucky, meet up with Ganyu. Celebration. Ganyu reveals that Marionette Mafia Wishes challenge rules Carol the right to be representative guild the city of Aegis. Konyu believes that TM was unjustly prosecuted and their reputation was tarnished by Wolf's Carol, causing them Internet Mafia lose former leader as well as its social standing. Jamie points out that he's not sure why Anu led to him with this, since he is, even if this is true, he is unable to do anything about it. Konyu hints at knowing that lucky, and that if Jamie doesn't get Vladimir to agree to tournament style duel, that he turned Lucky Vanguard. Anya is bluffing, but Jamie doesn't know this. It's weird how Monster Hunter and Godzilla are both extremely massive right now and pretty much at their peak popularity, and yet they're throwing a bone to Digimon, which literally is going on and has been dead in the West for a while. You wonder if this is in preparation to popularize Digimon because maybe they're actually revealing stuff soon, new anime and game hopefully. I know, I was thinking about that recently too. I was like, Digimon obviously gains from these partnerships, right? They obviously, there's something in it for them. But what do the other IPs gain from this? And in my mind, there's business meetings that had to have happened, and like ideas tossed around, right? Like there's got to be something, in my opinion, that the higher ups had to have seen from Digimon and or Bandai to be like, yeah, this is a good idea. We should get in bed with Digimon. It'll pay off for us. That being said, the crossovers are happening before anything's happened with Digimon, so it's a little interesting. I do know Capcom has been actively trying to make, better relationships with more companies again. I mean, they're doing shit with SNK again, they're doing shit with other companies, so I mean, there's that. But my speculation is that I don't think an anime would be enough of a pull right now, if I'm being honest. I do think, however, that we've got something game-wise coming. Methinks. Usually you see is the IPs work with Tamagotchi and the other IP gains virtual device merch out of it. People collect the devices. Nothing is Digimon instead of Tamagotchi this time. Yeah, that is super strange. I'm not sure what the play is. I really am not. I have no idea. It's definitely like logically it's not, to me it's not lining up the way it normally does. So I don't know. All I can really do is speculate. It is super interesting though that now of all times is when this is happening. Because like you said, these other companies are like seemingly hitting peaks, these other IPs, and Digimon's at one of its probably biggest lows, in my opinion. The Survive ultimately flopped, and like it has really nothing going for it. Bandai's TCG is like doing fine, but it's not getting the support it needs to versus how it was years ago, a while ago. So I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. All I know is that I'll take it. I will fucking take it. I'll take whatever they can give us. But I am out of time, unfortunately. I think we got a nice summary of the next, how many chapters? Like next 5 chapters. We kind of know where we're going and what we're doing. This may change a little bit here and there, but we got a nice little stack of things that we know where we're going. I'm very, very excited for the arc that we're about to hit, because essentially what I'm going to do is I want to introduce a lot of characters in a relatively short amount of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up to this tournament arc, right? And this tournament arc is going to be between the Marionette Mafia and the Fool's Carol. But there's going to be another player in this, and they're gonna kind of crash the party, so to speak. So there's going to be that, and I think that's going to be fun. We're going to find out that Ganyu's intent, like Ganyu is Stella's uncle, and his intentions essentially are to give her a safe place in the future when he's gone, because he's worried that like he's gonna pass or whatever, but he's like stupidly strong, so he won't like obviously pass from like a fight in theory. So she wants him to retire, and he just wants to spend more time with her and wants her to be happy and safe. The problem with Stella is that Stella has a really unique power that if the wrong people found out about it, they would try to like abduct her or recruit her and endlessly bug her. So she's been like protected, right, in a way that maybe most characters wouldn't. The Nessie fight's going to be really important for Holly's character development, as well as showing more. So basically, the things that I want to do with Decima's party right now, mentally, this is kind of where I'm at. I want Nept to show that they're like. So basically, we have 2 characters that have insane potential and utility that are going to push each other really, really far by working together. It's going to be Nept and Taiga. They both have insane potential, and they haven't really been hitting it on their own. But by working together, they're going to be able to hit it better. Arrow is going to show that they're more than just like a support unit in this fight, and that they have other things going for them. Ollie is they have to go through like, they're having their own confidence arc, kind of like Lucky, but they're going to bounce out of theirs pretty quickly. And it's simply just because they keep getting saved, which is obviously rough. So they kind of have like imposter syndrome right now, where they're like, why am I leading this group and ranking up if these things keep happening? So that's just like that. But this fight, I want to show off one of Terra's abilities. I want Nept to get really frustrated with Taiga, because Taiga winds up doing something that is pretty risky, but it does wind up buying them time. But ultimately, like, Nept has to Nept is like, they're a bit more calculated with their fighting style, and I don't want to say safe, but ultimately Nept has a more sound way of fighting as a group, and Taiga isn't really used to fighting as a group yet. So even though they are able to adapt on the fly and synergize well, they're still rough around the edges, and it's frustrating to Nept because it's like throwing the group dynamic off, and Nept was really close with their last party member that died. So this is kind of like the replacement isn't quite, they're not the OG. personalities are a little bit too similar. You know, a lot of issues, and that's going to boil over after this Nessie fight. So Napta's going to wind up challenging Taiga to basically a duel, with stakes, I guess we'll call it. So there's going to be a little bit of drama in Team Decima, essentially. And then after that chapter, then it's on to the celebration event. And then essentially another challenge from Ganyu to Jamie. So that's how that's going to go down. And then that'll segue us really nicely into the tournament. And Vladimir's essentially going to capitalize on the Marionette Mafia being like, yo, fuck you guys, you shout out our name. And Vladimir's going to make a big spectacle out of this. He's going to use the Coliseum. He's going to do a bunch of marketing. He's going to get a lot of money drummed up for this to like really hype it up and get a lot of people to watch. And what Vladimir's essentially going to do with this money is at the end, he's going to donate a fat stack of it to the Marionette Mafia, because Vladimir's also aware of what went down with like the old leader and everything. And he knows that even though their contracts were like kind of predatory, they were all completely legal. And for the most part, like the upper echelon, and most of the main key players of the old Marionette Mafia were like really good people and had morals and stuff. Just like right now, a lot of riffraff are going there because didn't really have like they don't want to go anywhere else. And the Marionette Mafia needs people, so they're just kind of taking whoever right now. You know, I'm kind of iffy on Naruto, but you think Naruto had the best tournament arc in anime? Yeah, their tournament arc was pretty solid, I think. I liked yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the tournament arc. My plan with the tournament arc though is there's a couple things I want to do. One, I want to showcase Lucky coming into her own. Two, I want to showcase the fact that Vladimir just straight up won't fight in it, because, you know, they're fucking terrifying. It's cool how neither Naruto or Sasuke even won it. Nobody won it. It just got like ended. They said, fuck you guys, it's over. It's getting interrupted. But the way this tournament's gonna work is it's gonna be, I don't know what the style's called. It's not called round robin. It's gonna be like off of a point system, essentially. Shikamaru won? I didn't think so. I know he got promoted, but there were still more rounds. I mean, Shikamaru, in the tournament, he withdrew during his fight. He still got promoted, but he withdrew. Because he gave up because he ran on a chakra. And his, like, strategy and his willingness to realize when he was overextended, they're like, yeah, you can have your promotion or whatever. We didn't see, like, who won. Because during the Sasuke Gaara fight, that's when shit went down. And then the invasion and all that. But as far as this goes, Vladimir's not going to fight. We're eventually going to have our Ganyu versus Jamie. Jamie versus Ganyu's fight is going to be inconclusive because one of them is something's going to happen where the fight has to stop. So there will be that. There'll be a clear winner though, but the person who won isn't going to feel great about it, that's for sure. So there's that. And then Beatrix is going to get to fight a handful of really cool people in the Marionette Mafia. But Beatrix is going to be the only person who goes... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Beatrix is going to be the only person who goes fully undefeated. Without, like, question, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I had this planned out before, so I'm not really sure. I should probably write it down when I think about it again. Is it separated into rank brackets? So the way that it's done is essentially both teams will have point values assigned to their members, right? And the idea is that at the end of each round, the point values are totaled, and then there's adjustments made. And then that's how it's done. So, like, you might have, like, a Raven fight up against a Dragon, essentially. But there's, like, a variance there, right? There's, like, an MMR variance. So if the Dragon loses to a Raven, the Raven's going to gain way more points than they would if they fought a Raven and won. It's basically like that. It's like, not prorated, but, like a proper MMR thing. So that'll be how that's done. And then they're also going to use this as an opportunity for like letters of recommendation for people who are on the next level. You feel like fighting a dragon's actual death? Yeah, I mean, if you're, in theory, if you're a person who's not, if you're not a wyvern, you have no chance against a dragon ranked enemy. They have a really strong referee. Yeah, Vladimir is going to be reffing, as are a couple of pretty mythical level pulls. So yeah, they're going to get people in from they're going to get somebody in from the Royal Academy, Royal Palace / Academy. They're going to get some people in from other towns that are really strong and the guild leaders in their own right. You can't have two guilds fight off or have a competition without a proper council. So they're going to have like a full council there of, I guess you would call them like security guards, referees. They have a special set of things they use. We're an arc in a series where people can't heal easily. Everyone's going to be out of commission for a while. Yeah, keep that in mind. That's really important. Keep that in mind. For sure. Absolutely. That's it's going to be super relevant. It may or may not be problematic. It's almost like if you're in a major city and your two biggest guilds are going at it, and you have other major cities where people may or may not be happy with the status quo, and you know that strongest fighters across the board are going to be duking it out, and this news goes far and wide because these people are trying to raise money and stuff, it's almost like there's a massive risk to your people. It's almost like there's real consequences for putting your strongest fighters in the boxing ring. Oh, yeah, indeed. Yeah, this may or may not be how a certain somebody reveals their true powers because something goes down. Oh well, it happens. Rippity-doo-dah, baby. It'll be real unfortunate. It'll be real fucking crazy, man. It's almost like oh man, somebody who's been instigating and raising the levels of monster activity and numbers and has been planting and helping the mimic population grow. It's almost like those mimics are going to get some use too during the invasion. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? There might be a sentient mimic that isn't just part of the hive mind. I wonder what that's about. That could be fucking terrifying. No worries, it'll be fine. No one's gonna get hurt. Good times. Man, it's okay. We only got a handful of people that are gonna get hurt. It sounds like a lot of oof. It'll be fine. It'll be quick. It's a slice of life. Nobody's gonna die. It'll be alright. It's basically a slice of life with some action. It'll be fine. Nobody's gonna lose any limbs or anything. Everybody will come out unscathed. It's supposed to be relaxing. Yeah, it'll be totally fun. I got time though, so it's fine. Yeah, no worries. All right, let me see. Who's live? Dude, Ray Momo is still streaming. Must be nice. One of these days, I'll be able to raid Ray and stuff. Be pretty cool. Tournament arcs always have some cool ability showcases, so you're hoping to see some random one-off characters with cool abilities. Well, my main, like, what's it called? My main reason for wanting to do the tournament arc is a few things, because it sets the stage for something else, but also it allows me to introduce some characters and their stuff. So there's a purpose behind it. I'm not just doing it to do it. I try not to just do things to do things. Normally there's an actual reason behind it. But it's really easy to introduce a lot of characters at once during a tournament because, you know, you're forced to introduce a bunch of fighters. And when you're showing off their powers, you can also really easily show off their personality, you know, things they value, the reason for fighting, etc., etc. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited. I think it'll be a good time. But that is going to be all from me on this one, chat. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I had a lovely time. Sorry for the shorter stream, but I'm looking forward to doing some trails tomorrow, and then after trails we'll do some late night lucky, and we'll do that. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Yeah.